Welcome back once again. I'm here with another interview, this time with James Bank. My name is Gevous from Gamershub. So, James, you do a lot of stuff in the esports, so would you mind doing a short introduction?
So, started in 2003, got involved kind of high level in the UK for Counter-Strike 1.6. Ended up getting involved in journalism. Then I did sales for companies in esports. Then I did marketing. Now I'm kind of in this hosting and commentating position, and I have my own company under the Bank's eSports brand, and I work with a bunch of different companies doing similar stuff to this, and I just enjoy what I do in esports and love like it is general. I've worked in Counter-Strike, StarCraft, League of Legends, Shoot Mania, loads of different games.
So you've stopped playing professionally yourself, so how is that change towards the other side of the esport?
It's not an easy one to make. I made it quite a while ago now because I'm really old. Yes, I'm falling apart.
It's not really an issue, is it?
No, age isn't too bad, but I feel like I don't last as long as I used to, not in any weird way there. But like, I think for me, the transition, when I made it, the biggest deal was the fact that I wanted to play so much still, but I knew I wasn't going to reach the top level that I wanted to, so I thought, okay, let's make another dive in a different direction and try to be successful at something else. Everything I do, I like to make sure I do it the best possible. I don't like to do like half a job, so anything I commit myself to, I want to give it 110%.
So you have a degree in marketing. Are you having any plans into continuing marketing, or are you rather going towards this host presenting thing, or just like full-on esports?
I kind of have a mix of both at the moment. I work for a really successful property company in the UK called Prospect, and I love my job there. I do like all digital marketing stuff from social media, online email marketing, video editing, and I have quite a lot of creative freedom, and I get to work on some really cool projects. So I like at the moment, I just have the enjoyment of both. I do little bits of esports events, I do my consulting and stuff, and I play games because I still love games. And but my main job is that, and I love it to bits, and it's just a great, I think the main thing I love is that everything I do today, the skills I got come from esports. So I learn everything that I do in my main job now, which is my career, from esports, which is a powerful thing that esports has managed to do for me.
So you've got your own brand. You just told us Bank Esports. So what are you specialized in Bank Esports?
It's Bank's eSports.
Sorry, Bank's.
It is hard. Do you know how many people I go to order taxi and they're like, Bank? And I'm like, it's Banks, Banks, but it happens.
Also, don't stop me about my real name. It's also horrendous.
I struggled with your nickname. I was like, Jesus? Or, yeah, you corrected me. So we're on even 1-for-1 right now. But yeah, the Banks eSports brand, what I'm doing with that at the moment is people obviously hire me for activities like this, commentating, hosting, but I also consult for different companies. So certain companies contact me and they want maybe advice in esports, or maybe they want to run an event or something like that. I can put it all on. I have a studio at home, and so I do that kind of stuff. But also I'm in the middle of building a community mainly focused in the UK, but it's going to expand to Europe as well. And my whole idea behind it is helping people who want to get involved in esports find work in esports. Not like, oh, you're straight away going to get a job, but I mean, so they get access to, I help them connect with sponsors, or I help them meet event organizers. I help them like get started up with their first streams and stuff like that. Because I believe there's a lot of people who've got potential in esports, they just don't know how, or they can't find the right advice. So I'm kind of inviting them to join a small community of people, and of like-minded people that we want to push in the right direction, and kind of helping build UK esports up, and hopefully it will help with European esports in general as well. So any advice I can give, like the big thing I try to do is on Twitter, and this is where it came from. Every someone at time tweets me, I try to reply. Obviously sometimes I might just be like a quick thanks or whatever, but if they ask me questions, I try to reply all the time. So what I've managed to do is, someone said to me, it's like, well, you keep doing this, why don't you try build something to help people and build a platform that's going to educate people. And there's not enough of that in esports. There's not enough ways for people to get in. So many people love it and they want to get involved. They don't know how. So I'm trying to make that gap happen.
So technically you're stepping into the dad role and just basically teaching the baby steps in esports.
Yeah, that's why I'm old. See, the dad role. This is perfect. Yeah, I'm the old boy. But Do you know what's funny? So people that might know like Richard Lewis and Sir Scoots and Foreign, they're all older than me, but I've known them since I was really young. And now like they're considered the older guys, but everyone puts me in that same category. So I'm like, I'm only 25, I'm not their age. That might be insulting to them, sorry guys. But they're great guys and they're so experienced, but we've all been around like a similar amount of time. Some of them obviously longer than me, but I've grown up with these guys. So I kind of consider myself like an old boy now, I guess. I could be the dad.
So how did you actually get in contact with the eSports Festival? Because it doesn't come along that quickly, does it? So how did they find you?
eSports Festival, I got contacted by Berger. He was looking for someone to come do the hosting. Obviously, they had a huge League of Legends event on. They needed an English host. I'd known him from before. He was like, James, do you reckon you come do this? He then said he needed some League of Legends casters. I recommended Sona and Excoundrel, showed them the work that the guy was doing. They got picked, and we got the opportunity to do this. And honestly, this has been absolutely fantastic. Like, my first League of Legends event, and it was really weird because when I first got here, no people from League of Legends had a clue who I was, so I was just kind of walking around. Sona and Excoundrel were like telling me, like introducing me to people like yourself. But I went into like the little CS:GO hall, and I was like, oh look, people know me again. I was like, I don't feel like such an outsider. So I just like signing a couple of autographs and stuff. And I was like, see, so they know me in CS:GO. That's better. But now, like, I signed one League of Legends autograph, some kid that likes League of Legends. So that's like going to be my yes, made it in League of Legends. So there you go, finally done that. But eSports Festival's been awesome.
Okay, is there a clear difference between the League of Legends scene and the CS:GO scene?
League of Legends is better.
You've got nothing to say right now.
There's a huge difference, I think, at the moment. But CS:GO's like fighting up. You look at like the stats and the viewers and stuff like that. CS:GO's making its mark right now. Before, when League of Legends was on the rise, all the other games were in decline. CS:GO's come out as a new version. It's getting more popular now, and it's on a rise. I think it's easy to say that League of Legends is currently the best esports in the world, esports title. But CS:GO is definitely close behind, if not on that same platform. But they're two different types of game. It's a MOBA and an FPS. I'd say for the community differences, it's like Counter-Strike. I think the fans are very like fully into it. And now I see it at the LCSs and stuff when I've watched it on stream. There's a lot of fans that are into it and enjoying it, but they're a lot younger crowd. So you get a bit more of like, at the end of a Counter-Strike event, we might all go to a casino and loads of fans come, or we go to a bar and all the fans come. I couldn't really imagine that happening at League of Legends event, but League of Legends is, I think, is a game for everyone. But I'd say CS:GO is a bit more of like a maturer community.
Okay, have you done anything specific here at the eSports Festival? Of course, you've been presenting and hosting here, but are there specific jobs you were assigned to as well?
Originally, I was only just supposed to host, like that was it. But obviously, eSports Festival is a new company. I've worked in production for years, and I've just kind of gave some pointers. Obviously, everyone has to come and make their mark in eSports. This event is huge, and it's at a football stadium in Belgium, sponsored by the actual city we're in, which is, I've never heard of anything like that. Like in my entire life, I've never heard of a city sponsoring an eSports event. So props to eSports Festival for that. That was a really good one. But I think for eSports Festival, I kind of wanted to help in every way I could. So anything I could do using my experience would be good. So I helped them a little bit with like overlay ideas. I helped like they're short staffed as well, because a lot of people are volunteers and like they don't have loads of money. ESL have like 150 staff working for them. We don't have that here. So I'm here to do a job, but I'm not scared to go and do the other bits. So we do little bits of production. We run around and help get the players and people ready or whatever. Like anything that's going to be needed to do. You want to put on a good show. If you're part of the team that's doing the show, whether you're a caster, whether you're hosting or anything like that, you want to feel like you've been part of making this a great experience for the viewers, because it's all about the viewers. So I think that's what we've tried to do. There's been technical issues. There's always some issue in esports, but it's something to learn from. And the big thing about all of the eSports Festival crew is that everything I went to them with, they tried to fix or tried to find a solution for. So already just on the day, we're trying to make improvements. So if they do another event, I'm sure it'll be 10 times better.
Okay, so not only do you see it as work, but it's definitely a goal for you. You don't mind helping out here and there, even though it was not your original job.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Like, end of the day, I'm not in it for the money. I have a really good normal job, so it's not all about, this is my role, screw, I'm just going to let everything fall apart. If you're a caster or you're an admin here and you actually have the passion, you care about what you're doing, and you feel you can make an idea, speak up. It doesn't. If you're quiet and you're sat there and then you go, oh, they should have done this, well, you're an idiot, because you've just sat there and let them do it wrong. Take action. do something, be yourself. If you've got an opinion, don't go out and be like, oh, well, you guys, you don't know what you're doing. I could do this better. That's not helpful. Be constructive, provide good criticism, and that will help. Like, esports for me is still growing massively, so you've got to do what you can to help it rise, and everyone should play their part.
Okay, so what was your favorite activity so far at the Esports Festival? Well, so far, actually wraps it up right now. So what was your favorite part in the Esports Festival?
I think it was interviewing some of the players. I know, like, we got to see some of the winning teams and stuff, and we get to interview them. But it's like, Wicked. So back in 2012, I was working with XMG, the laptop notebook company, and they sponsored CLG EU, and I knew Snoopy, and I had to interview the whole team. I had an hour to prep. And them guys were so cool because I had never done anything League of Legends, and they were like helping me get answers. So the interview wasn't too bad. It was all right, but it wasn't too bad. But it was funny to like meet him. And then Shox, she actually used to work at SK Gaming as a news editor. Well, I was in charge of all the Counter-Strike editing at the time, so I knew her, and I see her again here, and I'm like, Jesus, these guys have like done really well, and it's really good for me to see some of these younger people coming in do so well, and it's like something to be proud of in esports, because I've got loads of people I know in the UK scene that I've worked with or tried to influence or get involved in esports, and they're doing well now. But obviously League of Legends is so big. When I met these guys, it was nowhere near like this. So to see them doing so well is like, makes me feel, not that I did anything, but just that I know them. It's like esports is going in the right direction, and these people who I've worked with and have known from years ago are in good positions that they deserve.
So you are a happy daddy right now.
Yeah, I'm going to be a happy daddy. We'll just title this interview, James Banks, the dad.
The happy dad of esports.
Yes, I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, so to wrap this interview up, do you have any final words towards your fans?
I hope I didn't annoy anyone in the League of Legends community or say anything too bad. I had a lot of help from the people around me. I do loads of preparation for events in general, but I really enjoyed doing my first League of Legends event. Happily would do more. I'm probably going to play some League of Legends. Me, Sona, and Scoundrel have a little idea that you guys will see something about. It involves Counter-Strike and League of Legends in one thing. So watch this space. It's going to be entertaining, I'm pretty sure. But no, it's been a fantastic event. And if anyone wants to get involved in esports or wants to fire any questions at me, just tweet me or like just anything on my Facebook, whatever. I will reply as soon as I can, and I'll help anyone that's willing. All I want is just people with passion and people with the right mentality to try get involved in esports and help them do better.
So what is your Twitter and Facebook then, where people can ask questions?
At Banks Esports will be my Twitter, all one word, and then the Facebook is facebook.com/Banks Esports. Because I do marketing, all of my stuff is just Banks Esports, so I just claimed it all, copyright and all that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will have it in the description as well. So.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you very much, James, for having this interview with us. My name was Gevous from Gamershub. Thank you very much for watching this interview.
Got one last thing as
Oh,
well.
one last thing.
And a great job, because I got to introduce you guys as well, so great job at doing your casting for the Belgium Championship as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I definitely had a blast with it, and it was a pleasure meeting everyone here too.
Pleasure to meet you as well, buddy.
Thanks. So now officially, thank you very much for watching this interview. Make sure to check more content out on Gamershub on our YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video.